Welcome back to the next chapter in our transatlantic adventure.
Yes, part 4? 3, 4?
Something like
Yes.
that.
If you are new to our channel, we are
Travels with David.
and Mark.
Yes.
And if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. A little later on in today's video, we're going to be taking you along for our first ever trip to Canada, exploring the city of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and sampling a local delicacy, as well as taking you along on a shore things excursion, including the beautiful Peggy's Cove.
Yes, we are currently on board Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady, taking her over to New York for her mermaiden. We are the first paying passengers on board.
Yes, we've already shown you lots of the ship in previous episodes.
Yes.
We've shown you some brand new shows, or as much as we can show you of them.
Mm-hmm.
We've brought you along to some new activities. But on today's video, we've got more excitement.
We have.
We've got Scarlet Night coming up.
Yes. But we started the day off chilled.
We have.
We went to Test Kitchen with Faith the Foodie to do an activity called Dip It Real Good.
Yes, brand new one to us. I don't know if it's new to the ship.
Well, so Faith was saying there's different signature events on each ship. So there's one ship that's got like a cheese and charcuterie type situation going on. There's one where you make food and take pictures of it. It's like photography meets food preparation type things. And she said that Dip It Real Good is going to be for Brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay.
So I think it's just for this ship.
Fine, great. Before we talk about it, I will say the thing that I love that Virgin seem to be doing more of is more of those sort of enrichment type activities, and making them specific to each ship makes it so much more repeatable if you're going on other ships.
Yes.
And
yeah. And it encourages you to try each ship because you get different things each place.
And I love that.
Yes, me too.
Yes.
But Dip It Real Good.
Another of Virgin's paid-for activities, Dip It Real Good, is held in the Test Kitchen and run by the foodie on board. As with all food-based activities, and like Let's Get Chocolate if you watched last week's video, first you wash your hands and fill in a health questionnaire before taking your seats at your workstation. Set out with a range of dips, salsas and dippable items, the foodie will lead you through the science of dips, and then a tasting session before moving on to make your very own guacamole. You then have time to sit and chat whilst enjoying your own guac and chips. But anyway, Mark, David, what did you think of it? I loved it.
It was really good fun. It was small but perfectly formed group. There were only 3 of us.
Yeah.
So it was us and a lady called Robin that was sat next to me. We had a fab time.
We did.
And it meant we could really interact with Faith as well.
Yeah, fab. Yeah. Faith told us some sort of bits and bobs of history of sauce, or more like the...
And like the science behind like making a good sauce and kind of how things work on your tongue.
Yeah, and we smelt some dried peppers and some fresh peppers. Then we tasted the sauces.
Yes.
And dipped them. So you had another tray that had like prawns and chips.
Things to dip in the dips.
Yeah.
I had an argument with Faith about what is a dip.
What is a dip?
What is a dip? It wasn't an argument. We had a healthy conversation. Because I believe a dip is something that you kind of, you dip something into the sauce and then you pull it out and you don't have to kind of top things up on top of it. Because one of the things was a salsa and it was just chunks of food. I was like, is that a dip? Who knows? Anyway, answers in the comments. I'm rambling.
Yes. But then after that, we got to make our own guacamole. So
We did.
The guacamole that they're using, pink agave, we made. So it had the avocado and the pomegranates. That's the word I was searching for. Fabulous event.
Really good fun. Oh, and we didn't say as well, you got to pick and then kind of explain why your favourite dip is your favourite dip.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by mine because my favourite one was a blue cheese dip and I don't like blue cheese. So there you go.
You did get a glass of fizz with the experience. You didn't have to have it if you didn't want to.
No.
But I'll put the price below. I think it was $35 is what I want to say, but I'll put it down below. Fab value. I would definitely do that again.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, you join us now back in the room after that fabulous event.
Yes.
We need to leave so shortly because we're going to go watch Oscar the Charmer do his Charmer's Lounge, which is a show that he does in On the Rocks.
Yes.
That we've not seen yet.
And then later on there's some magicians, and then we're going to Gumbay, and then it's Scarlet Night. And it's the new Scarlet Night, we believe.
Yes, in the Red Room. There's something extra happening in the Manor.
We'll tell you more about it later, though, so let's get going.
Yes. Bye!
Usually held in On the Rocks, that's the bar tucked just beneath the roundabout on Deck 6. The Charmers Lounge is where your Voyage's charmer takes the spotlight. They create their own show here, giving you the chance to get to know them even better, and to get up close and personal. You might even get invited to join in.
It's Scarlet Night! We've changed attire! We went to the Charmers Lounge.
Fabulous. Oscar, you're fabulous.
Well done, Oscar. Incredible. If Oscar's on, we've said this already, but if Oscar's on when you're on, you need to go see him because he knows what he's doing.
He does.
Very good. Very good.
I inadvertently solved a Rubik's Cube.
Solved or matched another Rubik's Cube?
Yes. Then we've been to Gumbay.
Yes. Fabulous as always. The service on Virgin is unparalleled. So I jokingly, towards the end of the meal, asked if I could have just pink and purple mochi balls with the ice cream.
Did you match your balls?
Yeah, and the pink and purple. And I got a bowl. I wasn't expecting it. I jokingly said it. I was like, I'm only joking, don't worry. And then our server came back with pink and purple mochi balls. Mochi balls. Mochi balls.
We've played a few games of the 369 game, so sorry if we are not making much sense.
No.
But, as you can see,
it's the first official Scarlet Night on Brilliant Lady.
This is really special, David.
It's really special. We are going to head down now to the roundabout to try and get a good spot to see the
Yeah, we're going to take you along to see what this new Scarlet Night involves.
I've got my red fan that will be accompanying me. Accompany us too. Bye.
We've covered Scarlet Night a lot in previous videos, but if you're new to Virgin Voyages, here's a quick recap. It's their take on a celebration night. The ship transforms to honour the octopus goddess, and everyone's encouraged to wear a splash of red. You'll find pop-up events happening all over the ship, and of course, there's the signature Scarlet Night cocktail. The first pop-up kicks off right here at the roundabout.
Her illuminated tentacle turned the sky red. Once every voyage, sailors celebrate Scarlet Night to honor their love. You tonight, I got a stranger attraction.
Don't be too worried if you can't get a great view here. There'll be dancers in the upper roundabout area to keep you entertained. For us, in a change to our usual Scarlet Night programming, we were heading straight to karaoke with the Diva, where Dixie and David had a wicked date lined up.
Okay, God. Who are you going to?
I think I'm first.
Okay, you go first.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy. How you heard your calls forever. You think you're clever.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. I hope you're proud how you would from defeat your own ambition. So wrong I can't imagine how. I hope you're happy right now. I'm ripped for everyone's pleasure tonight. Help me! Oh, that's you.
Just say you're sorry.
I'm not sorry, bitch.
You can stay with the wizard.
I know he wants me real bad.
But you've worked and waited for.
He likes my pleasurable bus.
You ever wanted.
Okay, I'm gonna give Krispy Kreme donuts.
I don't have those.
I know. I don't want it. You don't know what they are, you're British. No. I can't want it anymore. It's time to try to find me. I'll try to
To be the greatest team there's ever been.
Dreams the way we planned them.
If we work in tandem,
There's no fight we
cannot win. Just you and I defy gravity. With you and I defying gravity. Bring us down.
Don't be offended if your karaoke routine gets interrupted with a pop-up dance number. It is Scarlet Night after all, and I did warn you of those pop-up entertainment happenings. Anyway, all sang out, it's on with more merriment, and we're heading to the Manor for something new. But first, a distraction.
Oh God, what am I going to try and do with that?
That was awful!
En route, while descending the awkwardly sized roundabout stairs, we stumbled upon another pop-up. We've not seen the acrobats climb 3 people high before on Scarlet Night. Have you seen this on your sailing? And of course, no Scarlet Night would be complete without a visit to the Octopus Garden in the Red Room to hear the story of Scarlet Night sang by your hostess who has now transformed into the Octopus Goddess. Scarlet Night has 2 versions, the one that ends with the pool party and an indoor version. On Brilliant Lady, the indoor version has had a glow up to increase the offering, and it is now spread across the moon party in the Manor and the red party in the Red Room.
Happy Scarlet Night, everyone. My name is Wayne the Balancer. I will be your instructor for tonight's moon party, everyone. I'm going to show each and every one of you our signature pop song dance, all right? 1, 2, swim, up, step, boom. Nice. Let's do it one more time.
Over in the Red Room is the livelier of the 2 parties, where you'll see that the space has been transformed with the famous octopus on stage. The evening is compared by the Happenings cast, and consists of acts that you won't always find at the pool party, such as different dance routines and songs.
Just right and straight into my arms you will run. When you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you never run.
Those that are familiar with the Scarlet Night pool party soundtrack will be pleased to know that the core songs are still there. And of course the Octopus Goddess makes her appearance to sing the famous Scarlet Night song. Which now ends with a lovely shower of octopus confetti. For those that want to, the evening continues with various acrobatic displays before turning into an after party until late, complete with DJ sets. The party also continues in the Manor. Our sailing was at less than 50% capacity, so don't judge the moon party based on what you've seen here. It's designed for when the ship is much fuller. It's the day after Scarlet Night and one more sea day until we arrive into Canada. After a night of rough seas, more on that later, we had a very quiet one. Judging by what I filmed that day, it seems we basically ate food in bed all day. Before arriving into Canada the next day. And what a gorgeous morning it was, with Canada giving us blue skies and sunshine to start the day. With some time to spare before our afternoon excursion, we left the ship at around 9. And interestingly, this embarkation was from the very front of the ship by the Red Room today, which meant that we got a rare close-up look at the mermaid motif. Not only did the sunshine make us feel welcome in Canada, but the people did too, with Virgin red decorations, a red carpet entrance, and even Canadian flags and cookies handed out as we arrived. It was such a lovely way to step ashore.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Welcome
Thank you.
Halifax. Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Welcome to Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Our first time on Canadian soil.
And the first time Brilliant Lady has sailed into North American waters.
Yes.
How exciting is that?
Very exciting. We've had a lovely welcome in.
We did, well, we didn't get up early enough to see the water spout welcome.
No, there was a water spout welcome, but we did get up early enough to be handed these as we got off the ship.
And cookies. So now everyone can play Spot the Tourist.
They know who to target.
What
and
a
it's us.
beautiful welcome that was, though.
Yes, lovely welcome.
The terminal had been decorated with lots of ahoy stuff.
Yes, lots of red balloons and all that goodness. And then I did have to dispel my pessimism of what it's like in Europe sometimes when we got off and someone they're like, do you want a map to show you around? It's like they're going to try and sell us something. And they didn't. They just wanted to give us a map to help us
They were
around.
just being friendly, kind Canadians.
Lovely.
Anyway, let's talk about, so for you, yesterday was Scarlet Night.
Mm-hmm.
For us, that was 2 days ago. But let's talk about Scarlet Night.
Yes, no, Scarlet Night was a lot of fun. It was inside again, so we did the indoor version of it, because I think with the weather that was about to be coming up, more on that later, I think it was maybe going to be a bit too close to the... Ooh, there's a bird.
But also, though, because Brilliant Lady is going to be sailing a lot of colder routes, i.e. Alaska, etc.,
Yes.
they are wanting to change and perfect that as the more standardised option.
Yes.
Because those routes might have Scarlet Night more often inside.
Because of the weather.
Yeah, so with that being said, they have made some changements and enhancements to the inside offering.
They have. It makes a lot of sense as well. So in the Manor, for example, they've got something called the Moon Party. Ooh, ah.
So basically, because everyone, in theory, will be inside celebrating Scarlet Night, not everyone can fit into the Red Room.
No.
So they are doing the Moon Party in the Manor.
A bit of an overflow. So
Yes.
apparently, so we went in just to have a quick look around, and there's some different activations happening in the Manor, but we wanted to capture everything in the Red Room. So we just popped in for a second.
Yep.
We've been told that the Red Room performances, so for example, when Abby comes out and sings her song, or the hostess sings the song, then it'll be live streamed into the Manor.
Into the Moon Party.
Into the Moon Party, yes.
Yes, but then into the Red Room we went for the Scarlet Night party.
Yes, we did. One of my favourite bits of that is, as you're walking in, you've got Dixie the Diva and Big Lou the Gamer. Obviously, they'll switch out depending on what sailing you're on the top balcony, being a bit Muppets-esque with their, not criticisms, but observations of people that are walking in.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun. And then Abby makes her entrance and does the famous song.
Yes. And then octopus confetti goes everywhere.
It does. And that's such a cute little touch.
Yes.
We love that.
Goes everywhere, including in your drinks, like it did with me. So
Yes.
when Abby's about to finish a song, just hand over your cup, and it should protect you from octopuses.
Yeah.
But it was a relatively early one for us. We'll wait.
Children.
But we decided to have a relatively early night.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably midnight. Gone midnight.
I think it was gone midnight, but we went and did our usual
Pizza.
pizzas and bed.
And we're glad we had marginally earlier night because we didn't get much sleep.
I don't think anyone on the boat did, to be honest. Everyone we talked to seemed to have got woken up at the same time.
So Mother Nature decided that the evening of Scarlet Night and into the morning after Scarlet Night,
When everyone's feeling maybe a little bit fragile.
when everyone was probably feeling a little bit green anyway, she decided that that would be a good time to throw the roughest sea we've ever encountered.
And I will say we've spoken to a few people the next day as well, because it was on everyone's lips. There are a lot of seasoned sailors on board, and they've said it was the roughest they felt as well.
Yeah.
We've never had it before where like stuff was literally falling off the table.
Things fell off our desk. Things were falling off in the bathroom. Our friends that were in a rock store. So we're as you've seen, very centrally located on the ship. And we did comment, this was at about 4 a.m. We did say, Lord help those people that are at the front and back of the ship.
Yes.
Because it was bad for us, so it will have been bad for them. And our friends that were in a rock store suite at the very aft of the ship, they're, you know, where you've got the glass, the sort of the bar station with the glassware. Glass was falling off and smashing on the floor. It was dramatic.
It was very dramatic, yes. But if the seas are like that, I would just say, don't forget, there are free seasickness medication in the medical centre.
Deck 4.
Deck 4. On this ship, it's at the forward lifts only. I'm not sure if that's the same everywhere else. But you can go down, help yourself. There's a free vending machine thing. You just twizzle the knobs.
Well, it depends. On this one, it's a cabinet where you twizzle the knobs and they fall out. On Resilient, or is it Scarlet? It's just
Scarlet.
It's just a tub that you get them from.
Yes. But they are there available for you. So help yourself if you need it.
Yes.
We did eventually get back to sleep for a little bit, but we were a bit worse for wear the next morning, so we had a bit of a chilled day.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm very thankful we didn't feel seasick. I felt a little bit rough just from
the drink.
So the rocking probably didn't help that, but I was fine.
Yes. I decided it would be a good idea to do VHS workout in the morning, because it was a different one this time. It was called Jukebox Jive, or Volume 4.
The VHS.
Jive.
So that's new for Brilliant Lady.
Yes, I did the first section of it and then left because it was not the day for that.
But it's like a 1950s-esque. Would you say 50s or 20s?
I think it's 50s. I think it advertises itself as the 50s. So the VHS one that we did earlier in the sailing was 80s. This one's 50s. I think they've got maybe some different ones on other ships at different time periods.
Yeah.
But it was not the day for it. But that's the beauty of it. They always say, if you need to step out or anything like that, you're free to leave at any point. So I did.
Yes.
And also, I will just, a quick disclaimer, if you're going to do it, the choreography is more difficult than the 80s one.
Made even more difficult by the rocking of the ship.
Yes, that doesn't help.
The day after Scarlet Night, so we'd had the rough night, the rough weather continued through the day. The outside spaces of the ship were closed. We couldn't go outside.
Nope.
So we had David did the VHS, or half of it. Then we had a bit of a
third of it, actually.
Then we had a quieter day. I spent the day editing the video that was Embarkation.
I had a lovely nap.
David had a nap.
A 2-hour nap. It was delightful.
Yes. And then we did have plans for the evening. We did have Dual Reality.
Yes.
And some other things, but they were cancelled because of the rockiness, which is completely understandable.
But one thing that wasn't cancelled that we'd planned to go see and we managed to go see was Dixie doing the cabaret with the diva.
Much like Cabaret with the Hostess, this one is also held in On the Rocks and is a beautiful sit-down show mixing music and the diva's own twist.
Somewhere out on the sea, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships back in front of people. Like, how many people have never been to a drag show? It's okay if you've not. Yeah, there's always at least one or two people, and I love the stories that people will come and tell me afterwards because it opens their minds a little bit more of that. We're not as scary as we're made out to be. I mean, I am right now. I'm looking like a clown. In this light, I look glamorous, damn it. Okay. Oh, thank you for your questions, friends. That was so fabulous. I love that. Thank you.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
And I put it on our Instagram story. I said it was a perfect mix of kind of sophistication, humour, and emotion, because Dixie shared some emotional things with us. And there was a lovely Q&A that I wasn't expecting. where anyone could ask Dixie a question. She answered them open and honestly.
Yeah.
It was lovely. So if you get the chance to see it, especially if Dixie is your diva, go do it.
Yes. And then what did we do?
So after that, we went to the handbag hunt,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was what replaced the showing of Dual Reality that we were going to see, that again Dixie was doing. We were stalking Dixie throughout the ship.
That was fun though.
That was a lot of fun. I think it was made more fun because one of the audience members shouted something about Retail Rumble, which is a show we've shown either in this video or another video. I've lost track of when we've done things. But then it became a bit of a hybrid of handbag hunt and Retail Rumble. It was hilarious.
Yes. And then after that, I know we're just going through activities now, but we couldn't really do, like yesterday was more just of a chill and then see these activities and then bed. We did the brand new quiz show
Yes.
called Control Alt Delusion.
Delusion. Convince yourself.
Basically, it had risky quizness vibes in that you got a little tub, you got a paddle, but on your paddle
And there's tokens that get
that
handed
you
out.
win. Your paddle had basically true or delusion, and they would read out fun facts and stuff.
So it's basically a game of true or false. We were terrible.
We were terrible, yes.
Everything that we thought sounded stupid
Was true.
was true. And everything we thought, no, that can't possibly true, was.
Isn't that a beautiful metaphor of life?
Yes.
And then that brings us to now in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yes, we've had a little saunter. Is that the word?
Saunter. We've wandered from the ship along the port front.
Yes. Seen some fabulous, like, little
Sculptures?
memorials, sculptures. We saw one about Samuel Cunard,
Yes, because he is a Halifaxian. No,
Canadian, Nova Scotian.
Halifaxian. I can't remember.
He's from around here.
He's from here.
That was cool. And one thing I really liked as well, they had a thing dedicated to immigrants.
Yeah.
It was titled The Emigrant, and it's kind of all about leaving your family behind to go to a new place. So it's nice that they touched on that, I think.
Yeah, beautiful. Yes. We're going to have a little wander around this morning, try and find Poutine, maybe.
Yes, never had it before. We believe it's a bit like cheese, chips and gravy
Which
in the
is
UK.
a very Northern English delicacy.
Yes, so we're going to try and find somewhere to have that. Jeremy on Instagram reached out and has given us a recommendation of where to find the poutine, very aptly named Willie's.
Willie's Poutine. And then in this video also, we're going to be taking you on an excursion. We're doing a Virgin Voyages chore thing
We are.
to Peggy Cove and the Titanic memorial graveyard, which I was going to say will be fun, but I don't think that's the right
I
word.
think it'll be touching.
Yeah, so we'll bring you along for that.
We shall.
But have a little explore with us, see what we see. Bye.
One of the great things about Halifax is how close you are to everything. The ship docks about a 10-minute walk from the boardwalk area, and it's just a little further into the city centre. The boardwalk is lined with cafes, eateries and historic ships, making it a great place to wander before our excursion.
Is it just me, or does this ship remind you of, I think it's called the good ship Olive from Popeye. Cool facts, bye.
Whilst we were looking at the boats, noticing our tourist marker flag from earlier, a friendly local told us that with our limited time here, we should take a walk up the hill and to the Citadel. He said that on the way we'd see how varied the architecture of the city was, and that we'd get a good view of the town clock. And he wasn't wrong. The town clock started chiming in 1803, and the idea is credited to Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, the Commander-in-Chief of the military forces of British North America, who commissioned the clock before his return to England in the year 1800. We had no idea what the Citadel was, so prepare yourselves for some very uncultured Brits completely missing the British Army history here.
You join us now, slightly sweatier than we were before.
We've made our way up to the Citadel. We don't know what it is.
I looked online. Apparently, it's free it's been free entry from June or July until the 2nd of September. But because we've got a shore thing booked, we don't really have time to go inside.
We're really pushed on time. So we docked at 8
a.m.
I think we could have got off the ship from 8:30, 9ish.
Yeah.
I think we were off by
9:15. We were off quite early, but we need to be back on the ship in order to leave for our shore excursion at 1. And we want some dinner.
Yes, we want to get the poutine. I will say the Willie's Poutine place is closed until 4 p.m, so we won't be able to go there. So we're going to have to go to a place called Smokies instead.
Which is in the heart of tourist trap. So I think it's going to be, we're going to have to fall foul of that trap. Yeah.
But we'll see how it is.
It's our only option.
Yes. But we thought we'd be able to see the ship from up here, or we wanted to see if we could. And you can just make out the funnel.
Yes. But we're not, as you said, time constraints, we're not going in the Citadel. There's a big queue, I think because it's free, there's a big queue to get in, so that would not work. But we had a beautiful view of a clock on the way up.
Yes, a very steep walk.
Yes, my legs are aching.
Be wary.
Yes, but we're going to head back downhill now.
Let's go get some poutine, please.
Poutine.
Scrap everything we've just said. It looks like the queue's gone, so we're going to try and go into the Citadel.
We're going to try and pop our heads in just momentarily, just to see what it is. But come along.
Time to find out what the Citadel actually is. Turns out it's a star-shaped fortress built by us, the Brits, back in the 1700s to protect Halifax. Who knew? Dotted around the stronghold, you'll find reenactors depicting the soldiers of the 78th Highland Regiment, various military buildings, cannons, flagpoles, and more cannons. I decided I needed to run around to get all the shots given we only had a few minutes here.
I feel like Challenge Annika.
Given its higher position, makes sense why they built a fort here I suppose, we thought we'd see if we could get a better view of the beautiful Brilliant Lady. And we were in luck. Kind of. And with that, we made a hasty retreat back past the flagpoles, cannons and soldiers.
For any Gary C fans out there, sorty! Well, it was a fleeting visit.
A whistle-stop tour. I said I felt like Annika Rice running around getting the shots.
Yes.
We still don't know what it is. Obviously some sort of military stronghold.
Fort type situation.
I'm sure voiceover Mark will have given you some facts, so...
We like to learn about things after we've been there.
We're on, like we said, we're on a time constraint. Normally we would have spent some time reading things, you know. Anyway, now we are actually going back into town.
Poutine time.
Poutine.
Poutine. Oh no.
Oh no, not Poutine.
Maybe we'll be after.
Probably, you know us.
See how these cheese curds affect us.
Bye.
The smell of poutine drew us back down to the waterfront and we stumbled across Smokes. We had wanted to steer clear of the more touristy outlets, but alas, everywhere else was closed and with our time constraints, this one would have to do.
I am so sorry to all of our Canadian viewers for what we are about to do.
Yes, don't judge us too hard. And Jeremy, there wasn't a Willie in sight. It was closed. I couldn't go. So we've gone to Smokes. So wish us luck. This could be our unsophisticated palate, but I think that's really nice. The squeeze is cheeky.
The squeeze is cheeky.
The cheese is squeaky. It's having an effect on me. I can't speak anymore.
I'm now surrounded by birds. They're after our poutine. Sorry, it's not going to be pretty. The cheese is squeaky.
The squeeze is cheeky.
The squeeze is cheeky. It's like halloumi. It's like got an halloumi texture.
Yeah, it has. I want to try just the cheese on its own. It's like a mozzarella on its own, but squeaky. A squeaky mozzarella. Halloumi mixed with mozzarella. Mozzarella.
Yes. For the Brits watching, it is just chips and gravy, but with the squeaky cheese. But it's delicious. I feel like I'm at the end of a night out.
But it's just the beginning of the day. Well, we've had our first poutine.
Well, and also, colour me impressed. Given that we thought that was going to be, because of the location of where it is, in the central, like, downtown waterfront.
And we were advised against going to Smokes.
Well, because it's it's right by the port, so obviously it gets a lot of tourists. We thought it was going to be a tourist trap. That was actually really nice.
Yes.
I was impressed.
So if that's the crap one...
Yeah, we want to taste the good one.
I want to taste the good one, but we don't have time.
Well, we are going to come back. We are going to now... Well, Canada has been on our list for a long time, but we want to properly explore Canada.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So we will be back at some point. We're not entirely sure when, but at some undefined time in the future, we will return.
We shall.
Anyway, we need to get back to the ship now, drop some stuff off in the room, collect some other bits, get a drink,
and then off for an excursion. And that's us back on Brilliant Lady.
We're back in the room.
We disembarked and reboarded this morning somewhere we've never done that before.
No, at the very fore of the ship.
On deck 7.
Yeah, so just outside the Red Room, they've got it open there, and we went down some ramps and never done it before.
Never done it, but anyway, we're back in the room, like you said.
I'm all in a bit of a tither.
A tither.
A tither.
That's a British word. If you're not British, that means he's in a bit of a flap.
I am, because we just had a very special moment. So we went up to the galley just to get a couple of drinks, and then we bumped into Nathan. So Nathan Rosenberg, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for Virgin Voyages.
Lovely, lovely man.
Yes, we've chatted online a bit, and we bumped into him very briefly when we boarded the ship. So it was nice to have a proper little chat with Nathan. And then Nathan very kindly beckoned over a very special guest who's joined us in Canada today, Richard Branson.
Sir Richard.
Sir Richard Branson.
Well, oh yeah, so we had a photo with him.
We did, which is very special because Virgin has played a big part in our lives. I know we've both had kind of key life moments that have involved some of the Virgin brands, and that's the man responsible. And we had our picture with him.
How lovely.
Very nice.
And the exciting thing is, so now we are, obviously we've got our excursion to do today, but tomorrow we set a sea date, then it's going into New York. And the exciting thing is, and I think this probably will be in next week's video, possibly, maybe this week, probably next week.
We'll find out.
That on the sail into New York, when we sail past Statue of Liberty, there's some very exciting plans.
Yes. Are we allowed to say anything about it, or are we leaving it? We'll leave it for next week, because it will be in next week's video.
All we will say is that in the schedule tomorrow is a rehearsal. We'll leave it there.
And everyone on board is involved in the rehearsal. Yes. Including us.
Yes.
Next week.
Bye.
And so it's finally excursion time, and after excitedly checking in and getting our group number, we headed to the bus and were on our way. About a 30-minute drive outside Halifax, we arrived at the Fairview Lawn Cemetery. Not something I thought I'd ever say on voiceover, but here lies 121 of the victims of the Titanic disaster. The White Star Line had offices in Halifax, and so following the sinking, commissioned 4 Canadian vessels to sail out to the site and recover bodies. The Titanic graves are located within a larger cemetery and consist of 4 lines of grave markers. Not all are identified by name, but all have a number signifying their order of being retrieved. Our tour guide talked through various stories here. Notably, this grave marker that people have decided is Jack Dawson from the Titanic movie. It isn't. Jay Dawson worked in the boiler room of the Titanic, shoveling coal. Then there's the sad story of the unknown child, whose body was pulled from the water on the 21st of April and remained unidentified until 2007, when a surviving maternal relative of a victim of the Titanic helped positively match DNA and identified him as 19-month-old English boy Sidney Leslie Goodwin. Next on our agenda, it was a stunning 1-hour drive through Nova Scotia, as the scenery changed from forest to rugged coast on the way to Peggy Cove. Stepping off the bus, we headed to our first port of call, the famous Peggy's Point Lighthouse. The current structure was built in 1914 and is around 50 feet tall. You'll find a large raised viewing point here, great if mobility is an issue for you. But if you do want to venture closer to the structure, be warned, the path basically turns into the rocks, but luckily there's this handy sign to warn that injury and death have rewarded careless sightseers here, which is nice to know.
It's windy.
If you do venture this far, you'll be treated to some beautiful views of the lighthouse. We didn't have too long here to take it all in, as we still wanted to head down into the village itself. Fishing used to be the main income here, and although the locals still fish for lobster, tourism has since taken over. And it definitely shows. Tourist groups can quickly swamp this small place, but we can see why it's so popular. It's picture perfect and definitely worth a visit.
And that was Peggy's Cove.
Peggy's Cove.
Peggy's Cove.
We're not there now, we're back on the ship.
If you can't tell.
Yes, we've sailed away from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
We have. Next stop, USA.
New York.
New York.
Right, let's talk about that excursion.
Yes.
So as you saw, we did Titanic, Graves and Peggy's Cove. What was the official title of the excursion? Peggy's
Titanic
Cove
and
Peggy's, yeah.
Titanic and Peggy's Cove.
It wasn't overly expensive, let's say that to start with.
No, I think we'll put the price on, but I think it was $85 per person.
Which, when you look at the price of excursions genuinely, they're normally multiple hundreds.
Yes, and this was from 1:30 till 5, so it's a decent length. So we started off heading to the graveyard where there were 121 victims from the Titanic disaster buried.
So apparently they split the bodies that... This is very morbid.
It is.
But the bodies that were recovered, some of them were taken, like, repatriated back to their homeland.
Yes.
About 56? I don't know.
I can't remember the numbers.
And then the others were split across 3 graveyards.
Yes, so one of them was a Jewish graveyard.
Basically for their denomination, is that the right word?
Yeah.
If they knew the denomination of that person, they were put into the appropriate place.
But 121 of them, they didn't know the denomination, so they put them into the graveyard that we visited.
There's a word
today.
for it, and I've forgotten it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It was really interesting to see. It was quite touching, actually. And I did feel quite sad when you go and see it, and there are so many graves with just the date the person died on, but not their name or anything, because they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
That was quite sad to me, that they're buried there and people don't know who they are.
It was very, very touching. And when we stood, like, the tour guide told us some stories about the some of the people that they did know.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stories were quite... I mean, they were all touching because it was a horrible incident.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
We felt a bit strange filming it, but we wanted to just show you kind of what we experienced, and other people were taking pictures and stuff, because it is a huge part of history.
Yeah, and to see lines of graves all with the exact same date on is quite...
hard-hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if this is... I'm going to just speak, and I don't know if this is going to come out right. If you were to go to, like, a war cemetery for people that had died in the First or Second World War, it's not... Yes, it's the same event, but it's not all on the same date.
Yeah, it'll probably be the same... There'll be a lot of them in the same year, but different dates within that year.
See
yeah.
the
April
like
15th.
4 lines all saying April 15th, 1912 is... Yeah. Yeah.
It was quite touching. But then from there, we got back on the coach, and then we had quite a lengthy drive. I think I nodded off at one point.
You did have a little nap. It was about an hour. Was it about an hour?
I think it's about an hour from there, because we'd already done about half an hour getting there.
Yeah, so we went over to Peggy's Cove. Beautiful scenery on the
Stunning.
way. The tour guide was very knowledgeable. She was giving us facts all the way, and I love that because it ignites the geek in me. I love a tour guide. I love a guided tour. Tell me everything.
Yeah, and then when we got there, I think the only downside we had with this excursion was we wish we had more time at Peggy's Cove, because by the time we got there, we had 40 minutes, and it just wasn't enough. We wanted to soak it all in, because it is stunning.
It was a stunning place, but by the time we'd walked to the lookout point to see the lighthouse, 15 minutes had already gone. Then we walked down to the harbour, another 15 minutes had gone, and then we had a 5-minute walk back to the... 15-minute walk back. So it was so...
I spent a lot of time... We had a bit of a hiccup with the ice cream place that I went to as well. So we went to a place called Hunky Dory, and I went to order a couple of ice creams because it looked like a lovely place. They then had a problem with the machine, which meant we were waiting there a long time, which meant it was squeaky bum time for me to get back to the coach.
Yes. But even without that malfunction of the ice cream machine, there was not a lot of time to explore Peggy's Cove.
No. And we didn't pay too much for this excursion either. So this was $85 per person, which I don't think that's that bad.
No, not too bad at all. Yeah.
And it was so far away that we would have worried about getting back in time, especially because they brought the departure time back. So we were due to leave later, and I think it's 2 hours difference that they brought it forward.
Yeah, we left Nova Scotia 2 hours earlier. Yeah, so other than doing this Virgin Voyages excursion, we wouldn't have gone that far.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But I'm glad we did it, though. We saw some beautiful scenery. We learned a lot about Halifax, and what was really cool, actually, the excursion company that were taking us there, they were wearing a tartan, and because it's got strong links to Scotland, so the tartan is apparently the only province outside of Scotland that have a tartan, I think she said.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was really interesting to know the story that made up the tartan. So there was blue for the sea, there was white for the waves, there was green for the forest, there was red for, she said, a lion that's in the Scotland flag that I'm probably not aware of, but something to do with the flag was the red, and gold for what brought them to Nova Scotia.
Well, there you go.
So you learn something new every day.
Every day is a school day.
Yes. But then we came back, we had a lovely sail away.
We did.
Seeing all the scenery.
We were up on deck, seeing it all happen. We went to the back of the ship to make use of the brand new area at the Athletics Club.
I think they said it's the 240-degree panorama, which we made use of. But now we came back to the room, we're dropping some stuff off, then we're going for dinner. We're going to Rojo again.
We are here for our third visit for two reasons. We love it, like as you saw if you've watched our previous videos. We love that new restaurant and the food is delicious.
I'm going to get the cheesecake for a third time and I don't even care.
The second reason is that the food footage that we filmed on the last two occasions is a bit out of focus. So we need to redo some filming. That's some behind the scenes bit for you.
There you go, a little tidbit. tidbit.
Yeah, so we're going there.
And then we'll either see you after Rojo or we'll see you in the morning. One of those two things will happen. Stick around to find out which.
Bye.
Bye.
We've covered Rojo pretty extensively in previous videos, so have a watch of those if you're interested. But for now, enjoy some shots of the food. And also this next shot, where for some reason I decided to pretend to scoop up some food with a crisp. Don't ask me why. Our evening ended with karaoke. Long-time sufferers of the channel know what's coming next, so feel free to skip ahead if you want. But since we were in Canadian waters, it seemed fitting to do a bit of Bublé. If you've been on a few Virgin Transatlantics, you might recognise this next singer. Dale is a regular at karaoke and continued the Canadian theme before reverting to his usual Elvis number. As is the beauty with karaoke, we switched from Elvis to musical theatre. We've had requests on previous videos to leave more of David singing in, so here goes. Again, skip ahead if you want to.
Good morning.
Guten Morgen.
So, we took you to Roho last night.
We did.
Because it's our third time there this trip. That's how much we like it. So, we just ordered a few of our favourite things that we've experienced.
Yes, if I'm totally honest, I can't remember what I filmed of it that I showed you yesterday.
Oh.
But there you go.
That's how we roll. After that, we said that we were just going to see where the night took us, and the night took us to karaoke.
Yes, it did.
We were going to do Bingo Blitz. I went and bought a ticket, but it got cancelled, which is fine, and got the refund. All good. So we went to karaoke instead. It was quite a quiet karaoke night.
One. I think we've got to that point in the voyage where everyone's a bit tired.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit quieter, which is fine. It's great.
Means I got to sing a few songs.
Yes.
Even ended up doing a unrehearsed duet to Suddenly Seymour.
That was lovely.
Yes. With Ellie, I believe your name is, if you're watching. Hello.
Right.
And then we went to bed.
We did, and now this morning is a sea day as we make our way over to New York.
The last sea day of the trip.
Yes,
But we're going to leave you there.
We are.
So you'll have to come back next week if you want to see us sailing into New York.
It's going to be epic.
There are some incredible things planned. We've got to go to a rehearsal. All sailors have got the opportunity to go to a rehearsal later today. There's 2 sessions.
Yes. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked the video, make sure you like it. And comment with whatever you want to comment. We love chatting to you, but thanks so much.
And subscribe if you're not already.
Yes, but thank you so much for watching. We will catch you next time.
Bye.